Okay, yesterday, give you a little shot of the Rolex watches. Anyway, yesterday I was, will you marry me? Okay. Yesterday I was watching YouTube, and I was watching Zombie Farmer, and he has a video. You guys watch it. It was called Get Your House in Order. And so I was thinking, I am selling a very similar coat. I will never starve, never. Okay, so he did a video. His video was get your house in order. Okay, what I've been doing is working on my food stockpile for several days, getting my house in order. But the main thing this video is get your money in order. Start pulling your money in tight and start tightening your belt. Watch every single dime of your money and make sure that you can get to your money. Hoard your money as well. And so check out Mike Morales, the 16-day forecast. Okay, possibly we could be hit with some earthquakes. Okay, when you live in earthquake country, you got to know that in any given time an earthquake could hit. And the bad thing would be is if it hit one of those dam areas and could trigger some kind of a flood or, some kind of a disaster. But mainly, I believe certain people are going to be able to withstand, unless, I'm in this mall and the whole thing comes down on me and I'm crushed to death. Some people are going to be able to withstand the stress of all kinds of things. Make sure you have food in your house, and if you don't have much money, go to the food banks and create a stockpile or surplus of food. This month, as I'm preparing a 1-month meal plan, I'm going to come up with cost-effective meals for a month. I used to work low-end jobs, and the time to quit was before I got hired, but I knew I needed 3 jobs to pay my bills. Finally, the shops were so unstable that I would have to have at least 3 jobs in case one went down south. So how would I know when, to get out? Because these people were always out of control. Well, it was the same way with the apartment. How did I know when the time to get out was, when it was time to get out? Well, what would happen is they would be, they would be moving in an unstable direction for whatever reason. I noticed the manager was parked in one of my parking places. They live in a 1-bedroom apartment with a daughter and a dog, looks like. But anyway, I lived in a 2-bedroom and I paid for 2 parking places. But anyway, so what I did is if they tried to put pressure on me of any sort, I would withstand the pressure. There was nothing these people could do that were going to destabilize me, because my life is built on stability. That means I paid your rent 16 years on the dot. I showed up to your job, and I created clienteles where there was none. That's why they hired me. And, I was stable. They were not. They had bad habits. So what I'll be doing, possibly the economy could be bad. You know, we could, according to Mike Morales, by the end of the month, there's going to be dangerous floods. They're going to be flooding all over in the East Coast. You know, bad stuff can happen anyway, any day of the week. So why will some people be standing? Well, they're going to withstand the pressure, whatever that pressure is. Pull your money in tight. You know, like the wagon train. When they would camp, they would pull in tight. And of course, they were on the inside, and you know, they had weapons to protect themselves. So you want to take measures to protect yourself. You know, food, water, make sure you have water no matter what. Another thing is, don't rush around to solve problems when the problems could be the tip of the iceberg. I could see if these earthquakes hit the property could plunge. Property value. I remember I was working in a shop, and my husband got some fantastic deal on the house. You know, he refinanced some cheap loan, like, I can't remember, it was 1 or 2%. It was just super stupid cheap. And I told everybody at my job, these were supposedly the well-off types. We were the only ones that took advantage of it. And it served us well. So be looking around, make sure, you know, you can get your cash out before the real estate plunges. I could see that happening. I could see the food going way up. 20% of the crops have not been planted, and possibly these billions of dollars of damage could affect us all somehow. Another thing is, you know, we're not recession proof. You know, these foreign investors coming in, helping themselves to our land and everything else, just like Bank of America. Maybe not good. I think the credit unions are the most stable. You want to make sure, well, remember the loan. That's where my husband got it, California Coast. I'll give them a little shout out. But truthfully, Chase Bank has the best computer system, so, you know, I do like Chase as well. So you want to say to yourself, okay, I can't control what happens to anybody else, but I want to be the last man standing if stuff started going wrong. Am I going to rush in and try to save everyone else? No, not really. I mean, you know, I'm not going to let anyone starve or anything like that. But the time to prepare is now. We don't know. Well, you know, these places, it's expensive to do business here. You know how many hamburgers you got to sell to, you know, to pay for these places? A lot. Anyway, you know how many little rice bowls you got to sell? A lot. You know how many $5.99 dresses you got to sell? And then you got to compete with Amazon, free shipping. Anyway, so watch out for yourself. Take stock of your assets. You know, main thing is make sure you got a roof over your head. Make sure you got a car, a decent car. I like this place. I buy all kinds of stuff in there. Me and a whole lot of, not sunglasses. I can buy luxury sunglasses at the thrift store. Look how cute is this. when I was young, boy, I could have. I'll show you some shoes I like. Look at these cuteness. I might have to buy these. These are cute. Okay, so this is not an expensive store. Look. The shoes are cheap here. I want to buy a pair of shoes I can. Okay, so you want to start right now. Say, okay, let's see. Food. Well, you need food, you need water, and you need a warm, dry place to sleep. That's a good start. And then you want to prepare in the event. It's like my jobs. When did I know to leave? I just know when it's time. Well, for one thing, if they kick you out, it's time. But you will know what to do if you're prepared. What's bad is if you're not prepared and you're incapable. As for these big floods, what Mike Morales is saying is don't wait until these floods start because you're not getting out. So check out, horrific rain is supposedly be coming. If a big earthquake strikes here, you're just gonna be trying to live. So, okay, you guys, get your house in order, and God bless you all.